What is going on? What is going on? It is the Be More Dark Nights, and today I am coming at you from London, Madison, Ohio. First of all, let me apologize. The last few days I haven't made any videos. That's because I started on my mentor's truck yesterday. And let me tell you, we've been rolling. Started out in Richmond, Virginia, the Swift facility in Richmond, Virginia. Did a couple pickup and drops there in that area. We got delayed because one of the trailers, and this is why pre-trip is so important. One of the trailers that we were picking up, one was overweight, and two, one of the rear tandem tires was literally falling off the rim. So we had to make a call into the planner and back to the driver manager to let them know what was going on. And then finally they said, hey, just go ahead and leave it there, let the shipper know. And we were on our way. We picked up another trailer and we dropped it off, and then we came out to Ohio. So my mentor is really cool, and he's a really clean guy, which is very appreciative. He smokes, but he doesn't smoke a lot. And that was one of the most important things for me, because I have a restrictive airway condition and I cannot be around people who smoke a lot. His truck doesn't even smell like smoke, so that tells me he smokes outside. And I've only been with him for 2 days, but I haven't even seen him pick up his cigarette box at all, which is just sitting right here in the center console. So I'm just gonna pan around. We're sitting in, I'm riding in a Kenilworth Freightliner. It's a 2020, and it is really sexy. So let me just pan around so you can kind of see. Right there's the driver's side, and then you'll see the controls, everything. Right there's the Qualcomm unit. He's got his own GPS up here, Rand McNally. Pan up there. He's got some storage up here. I'll pan back around, and you'll see some of the controls here. And like I said, this dude is really clean, which is very appreciative. And then we'll kind of look in the sleeper in the back. See if I can move these curtains out the way and see what the sleeper looks like. He's got his microwave. He's got a TV back here. Of course, I'm the new kid on the block, so I'm up top. And he's got something there. I think that's a cold storage unit. And then there's another. He's got his refrigerator over here, which is nice. And again, you can see it's very clean in here. So, when you come out, when you finish your time at whatever academy you're at, and I'm talking specifically for Swift, when you come out of the academies and you do go onto your mentor trucks, just your driver manager is going to get in contact with you, and they're going to tell you, hey, we found a mentor for you. And they're going to go over, if you have a good driver manager, they'll ask you, hey, your driver preferences, even though more than likely you've already put those in when you were at the academy, but sometimes systems don't update well. So when my driver manager called me, he initially had a guy that drove manual and smoked. So I'm an automatic only because of a knee issue. So obviously I couldn't drive manual, and that's on my license, and I'm fine with that. And then I told him, I said, nope, can't do the smoker. I mean, this guy was a hardcore smoker that he told me. So I was like, nope, can't do him. So then the weekend came. Of course, the driver managers, at least mine, doesn't work on the weekend. So then came Monday, no call. So I called him, and he was like, hey, I'm going to call you right back. I think I got somebody for you. And then, maybe about 3 hours later, he called me, and he told me, gave me the, my mentor's telephone number, and I started talking to him, and we communicated like, hey, this is where we're going to meet at. Bring stuff to sustain you for a week, because he's only out here for a week for now, because he's going to take some home time next week, which is cool, because I got some things I can take care of next week as well. So that's awesome. And, you know, so we're going to be rolling hard. So one of the things I am going to tell you about is that, okay, so when you're at the academy, excuse me, and I'm talking about parking. When you're at the academy, they teach you how to park behind cones or park around cones. It is totally different when you're out here parking around these tractors and trailers and other obstacles. Totally different. It's a little bit harder. I'm not going to say it's much, but there is a learning curve. If there's somebody on Swift that's watching this, I would say for training, if you have trucks that are not roadworthy and trailers that are not roadworthy at your facility, I would stop. If I were an instructor and if I were the owner of the company, I would stop training people on how to maneuver around cones and start training them on how to maneuver around vehicles. So what I would do is put decommissioned trucks, decommissioned trailers out on those yards and start training people how to do that. That way, when they get on their mentor's truck, it's a lot less of a learning curve. And also, I would incorporate at least maybe three hours, or 20 miles of, I don't know, some type of restriction, but either limited to miles or hours of night driving and night backing. You got to have it. I mean, I got out here and tried to do night backing, and that thing was no joke. So, if you can do that, if anybody out here is from Swift is watching, that would be awesome if that is a possibility. If not, we're just, we as students are just going to have to learn. But I think that would be one of the things that I would improve if I was the owner of Swift, or if I was an instructor at one of the facilities. That's something I would do. If you got decommissioned trucks, it's nothing if they get a little bumped and bruised by students, because that's what they're doing. They're training. So when they get out here in the real world, they know what not to do. But that's just me. I am a military instructor, and that's what I like. I like realism. I like real world stuff, even in training. So that's just me. So mentor time is fun. Again, you and your mentor have to have some type of understanding initially when you meet, whether it's, anything as simple as cleanliness to, hey, this is how we're going to roll. This is home time that we need, or hey, if I got something going on, I got to get back home. You and your mentor work it out. But as far as my mentor, he's a cool dude, and he's human. Just treat him with respect. They'll treat you with respect. And I know from some of my classmates that I've talked to, hey, if you got an issue with your mentor, don't go out and get into a pissing contest with them and get your panties all up in a bunch. Just call your driver manager and don't bash your mentor, okay? Because you don't know how long your mentor's been out on the road, and they might have, they might be missing family. They might, it might be some stress that they're going through. So don't bash your mentor. Just say, hey, I need to change mentors because he or she smokes, and I can't do smoke, or our how can I put it, our personalities are clashing. That's a better way to put it than I don't like him because he's a fucked up person, excuse my language. I don't like him because X, Y, and Z. Just keep it professional, and your driver leader will take care of you. But respect goes a long ways. But at this point in time, I've got to roll because I got to do my pre-trip, and we're gonna start getting ready to get out of here. So the next video that I'll do, I owe you guys a video on the 3rd, 4th, and subsequent weeks, if you're still at the academy, of what to expect while you're at the Swift Academy out of Richmond, Virginia. So this is the Be More Dark Knight. And now I'm rolling. I'm out of here. Talk to y'all later.